All right. Thank you, Russell, for the introduction, and thank you for organizing and chairing this session. And thank you everybody for staying late for this session. My name is Xianfa Xie, and I'm associate professor of biology, and also the founding director for the Center for Biotechnology, Genomics, and Bioinformatics at VSU, Virginia State University. And by the way, at the new center, we're going to hire some new faculty members in the coming years. So if any of you is interested, let me know. So I'm presenting on behalf of my team, actually, which also include faculty member from computer science and mathematics, and some other colleges as well, which I will talk about in a minute. So how many of you know what HBCU is? Thank you. Appreciate that. That's why you're here. That's great. So VSU is the first HBCU, historically black college or university in Virginia, founded in 1882. It's also 1890 a land grant university. And besides being a HBCU, probably you know as well, most of the HBCUs are primarily undergraduate institution as well. So hopefully what I talk about today will be useful to colleagues working at the primarily undergraduate institution as well. So we have estimated student population about 4,700, mostly undergraduate students, but we do have master program as well as some PhD programs. So why did we want to create this new program? So on the campus, we have 6 different colleges. There are 3 colleges focused on STEAM, so meaning science, technology, engineering, agriculture. So we have a college of natural and health sciences. We also have a college of engineering and technology. Besides these 2, we also have a college of agriculture. So biology department where I belong is in the College of Natural and Health Sciences. And actually, these 2 colleges used to be one, and we just split a few years ago. And the computer science and mathematics belong to a different college, College of Engineering and Technology. So again, as you probably know, that in smaller institutions, primarily undergraduate institutions, as well as the HBCUs, so there have been very few interdisciplinary programs. So we have biology majors, we have computer science majors, we have mathematics majors. By the way, both biology majors and computer science majors are 2 of the largest majors on the campus, but there have not been any interdisciplinary program like bioinformatics. So that's the motivation for us to establish this new program in genomics and bioinformatics. And so we want to bridge the 2 colleges, particularly between the Department of Biology and Computer Science and Mathematics. By the way, that's a real bridge. It's not an AI-generated image. And I just found out actually this is the bridge that really exists in the central eastern part of China, Zhejiang province. I guess it was inspired by the double helical structure of DNA. Very cool bridge design. So that's why we have this VSU Genomics and Bioinformatics program. So again, this started as a program funded by National Science Foundation, was still being funded by NSF right now. And again, this is interdisciplinary, and as I mentioned earlier, it's a cross-departmental program, also cross-college program. And we're trying to integrate 3 different fields, biology, particularly molecular biology, and genomics, and the statistics, and particularly biostatistics, of course, and computer science, particularly programming. So we want to provide a student training in all these 3 fields. So for this program, we have several courses, which I will talk about in the next slide, but also research opportunities throughout the academic year as well as the summer. So those are paid undergraduate research opportunities open to undergraduate students in any major. And at VSU, I mean, whether you're a biology major or computer science major or mathematics major or agriculture major, so you have some unrestricted elective or restricted electives. So students can use their restricted elective or unrestricted elective to take these courses that are required for this program. And besides, we also offer paid travel to conference like this one. And some of the students actually in this program are here in this room. And of course, we would like our students to get into doctoral program or at least a master program in bioinformatics or genomics. And we really want them to get into research. Besides master PhD program, but also MD PhD program, which is trying to persuade our students to get into, because many students on our campus actually want to go to medicine. So this is probably the most important slide. It's also a very crowded slide, I realize. So this is our curricular design for this program. So here you can see we have two different tracks. In column number 2, that's the track for biology or agriculture majors. The other one, the last column, that's for mathematics and computer science majors. So we have two tracks only because they can take the courses in different orders, like for biology, agriculture. So normally, biology student will take 2 semesters introductory biology, 1 and 2, including lab, in the first year. And then in the second year, they can take programming courses. The order will be different for computer science and mathematics students. So the first year, they will take 2 semesters of programming. And then in the second year, they will take 2 semesters introductory biology. And in the third year, so all the students will take 2 core courses. One is the biology course, genomics 360, that including a lab as well. And in the following semester, they will take a cross-listed courses, course between biology and computer science, 454, programming for bioinformatics. So this course will build on what they would have learned from the computer science 150, 151, 250, 251, that include lecture and labs. So those courses keep Python, Java, etc. And this course 454 will mainly focus on BiPython. So the application of those programming languages in bioinformatics, like BiPython and MATLAB, as well as R, Bioconductor. So that's the content for this course. And in the last year, all the students will do 2 semesters of research. So for biology, we already have 1 semester of research, required for biology major, so that's about 446. But on top of that, in the following semester, we want to add another course, use the existing course called Independent Study in Biology as another semester of the research. That's similar for agriculture major. So for computer science major, they already have 2 semesters research scheduled in their curriculum. And for mathematics, they are similar to biology. They have 1 semester required, but then they can use a different semester. So the second semester use a different course called Math 496 for another semester of research. So in the summer, we offer some workshops. Listed over there, we offer 3 different workshops focused on different topics. So the first workshop is focused on some essential skills for bioinformatics analysis, mostly teaching how to do analysis in Linux environment as well as R. And then we have another workshop, number 2, focused on genome assembly, annotation, and comparison. And then the last workshop focused on microbiome and metagenomic analysis. And again, I mentioned earlier, so research, besides every student will do 2 semesters of research in the senior year. In the summertime and during the academic year, we also offer paid research internship to selected students in the program. And again, some students have taken this opportunity to do research. Besides that, we also each semester, we offer at least 1 introductory workshop to open to all undergraduate students on the campus, either in person or virtual. Sometimes we do both, do hybrid. And so in the workshop, we try to introduce to our students what's the genomics, what's bioinformatics, what's biotechnology, and the relationship, particularly focused on the relationship between genomics and bioinformatics, and the type of knowledge and skill you will need for the program, and why is it important to study genomics and bioinformatics, and what are the applications, and we also use some case studies to illustrate our point. So one of the example, of course, was the Human Genome Project and the ENCODE project. You probably, again, use this as an example. We explained why genomics and bioinformatics were hand in hand, varied from the very beginning. It's very important to understand not only genomics, but also the computational and the statistical method behind genomics, that's bioinformatics. And we also use, I mean, in the past few years, at least, we were in the pandemic of COVID. So we use this as an example, actually, for our introductory workshop. We try to explain why it's important to study the genomics of and doing bioinformatics analysis of the SARS coronavirus 2 genome. And again, once the genome was published, so the other people could develop diagnostic tests and develop RNA vaccines. And we could use the sequencer to trace the spread and the evolution of this virus. Again, we try to explain you can use a lot of people have used phylogenetic analysis, phylogenetic tree to analyze the evolution of this virus. But we also want to point out to the students that we could use a different approach, phylogenetic network approach. And we think that phylogenetic network approach would be better than phylogenetic tree approach in studying the ongoing evolution of this SARS coronavirus 2. And we have a poster that will be presented tomorrow, B78. You can also scan that QR code to see the paper behind this poster. There you can see our arguments why it's more appropriate to use phylogenetic network analysis than phylogenetic tree analysis. So again, also in the introductory workshop, we try to tell students, even if you want to go to medical school, again, probably this is true for many bio students, primarily undergraduate institutions or particularly at HBCUs, most of our students want to go to medical school. So we want to make the point that even if you want to go to medical school, it's important to understand genomics and bioinformatics, have such skill, at least understand the research behind many medical, analysis or treatment, particularly for complex problems like cancers, right? And we're trying to tell computer science students and mathematical students this skills are also transferable no matter what you do in the future. So what we learned, the computational skill and the statistical skills would be useful for them as well. I only have 1 minute left. So the last slide, I just want to acknowledge all the people, including, as I mentioned earlier, my colleagues, Dr. Weibang Chen from computer science, and Dr. Yongjin Lu from mathematics department. The three of us were the first team that received the NSF award. Number is over there. And then later on, Dr. Nuha Faha from math, and Joseph Shelton from computer science, and Dr. Andrew Bayer from biology also joined our program. And also, I definitely would like to thank my lab members. Three of them are here today in the room. Michael Maroney is a technician working in the lab. Dr. Rabara is a postdoc fellow, and Arinzi Igu actually is a first-year freshman student in biology. And some other undergraduate students, Deja Carter is a computer science student. She actually worked on some of the analysis on the virus evolution I presented earlier, and Alani Houghton as well. With that, I thank you guys for your attention. Thank you very much.